Most of us know we face global climate upheaval. Floods, hurricanes and storms are increasing in size and number. There is so much information warning us of planetary crisis ahead. A person may become overwhelmed, traumatized, and fall down a black hole of despair. But we can be sure of one thing. Humans must increase resilience and their power to adapt if they are to survive in the future. Frequent extreme weather events like heat waves, droughts or floods and rising sea levels affect everyone, but making change begins with every individual. By delving into inherent subconscious beliefs, often conditioned by our families, our social networks, cultural and governance codes of society, we are enabled to rise out of self-restrictions and create new sense of reality or doxa, empowering personal well-being and mental health for individual resilience. By becoming more aware of our behaviours, thoughts and actions, we awaken and expand our consciousness and we relate with more agency or ability to act independently out of our own free will in harmony with nature and society. With greater self-awareness, we may feel more confident to take actions in cultural society and institutional field of global power relations. A World Bank report advises governments of 6 universal principles for adaptation and resilience are to build resilient foundations with rapid and inclusive development, help people and firms do their part, revise land use plans and protect critical infrastructure, help people and firms recover faster and better, manage impacts at the macro level, prioritise on needs basis, implement across sectors and monitor progress. But gaps between policy, economic and cultural actions pose grave risk to regions, individuals and communities caught in disasters. Environmental anthropologists advise that the political ecology perspective. Climate change hits global communities at local level.
Welcome home, Colombia. Beautiful.
Critical environmental issues such as land use and degradation are brought to communities by capitalist institutions. Many are local Indigenous people, who now occupy 80% of the world's remaining biodiversity. What remains is just 20% of the Earth's territory. Local people have long used traditional knowledge of their environment to endure long-term resilience, but global climate change affects natural calendars and management needs. Developmental and environmental clashes with native values have long represented adaptation and resistance, where outsiders often negotiate to impose their will for the greater good. Indigenous resistance to outside disruptors has served to preserve much of Earth's remaining natural environment. Sharing knowledge of traditional and local practices has proved helpful to other communities. The UN and scientific community now emphasises the global need to share expertise, Indigenous values and local knowledge to assist adaptive survival and sustainability. The benefits of cross-cultural knowledge sharing is also felt within developed nations who are learning to adapt by reconnecting with nature. And where Indigenous practices are no longer locally effective due to climate change, science and technology may contribute to local knowledge. Scientists and anthropologists' studies of social, cultural and economic relationships about environmental changes increase understanding of major issues. In global society, local activism and community projects foster cultural awareness and build resilience. From the mountain to the rainforest, the city to the village, adaptive resilience has become the way for survival. The value of knowledge shared has great power and enables individuals not to be overwhelmed or unwilling, but adaptive to take actions. Moving forward for planetary survival in the face of enormous challenges.